Welcome to the dish and back to my co-host, Terry Knight. How are you, Terry?
Oh, well, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, we were pulling our hair out trying to get this to work. So hopefully for our listeners it works.
Yeah, because I actually lied. It's been it's been a little discombobulating, but
Yeah. And then
we'll get
Terry
through
has
it.
a bad commute home from the Twin Cities too because of road construction.
Yes.
You gotta love it.
Yes, you do. It's still
Yeah.
construction season,
Yeah. Wow. Isn't that every season in Minnesota?
pretty much.
Yeah. All right, let's dish.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to summarize or just kind of take us back a little bit for our listeners, and that is last time we talked, uh, Ridge was leaving Brooke for Taylor after flying to Aspen to go serenade Taylor with his love. What'd you
Yeah.
think of all that, Terry?
I guess it was okay. I was surprised. I was surprised that Taylor didn't say something about, I want to see you file for divorce first,
Ooh.
instead of jumping into the sack right away. Although I don't blame her. I mean, why not? But, and I
Did
was
they actually
surprised.
jump in the sack? I didn't see that part.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
they
I missed
consummated
that.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
my
missed
goodness.
that.
Oh, Mark,
When was this? Must have been when I was on vacation or something.
it must have been. It
Ah,
was, yes, it was this week,
was it this
I
week?
thought.
Oh, you know what? I bet it was last Friday because we were going to northern Minnesota traveling
That's
last Friday.
that's
I
it.
bet, I bet.
And you missed your, oh my
Jeez,
gosh.
I rarely ever miss a Friday either, by
Well,
the
now
way.
you're going
So
to have to watch
interesting.
it.
All right. I did DVR it, so I can go back and watch it.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Oh,
Because you
oh
you'll
thank God.
yeah, because it was worth watching.
Was it
Just
steamy?
it was steamier than I anticipated it would
Oh,
be.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
So there you
Excellent.
go.
All right. Good call. All right. So Ridge tells, and this has had come up a couple times, but Rich tells Brooke to just admit it, to admit what she did.
Hmm.
Brooke has no idea what Ridge is talking about. So that's interesting. It's kind
But,
of nuts because it wouldn't, I was thinking about this, Terry, as Ridge was kind of confronting her. It's kind
hmm.
of like, wouldn't you say what it is if you were him? I mean,
Yes.
what are you accusing her of?
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm
and
and I'm not even a Brooke fan.
no, I'm not a Brooke fan either. But yes, he should. The only thing that I can think of that might stop him is they both said that they would never tell anybody that they got that information from that guy because he'd lose his job.
Right.
So maybe that's why. But even still, wouldn't you just come out and say, are you the one that called
I
Child
would. I mean,
Protective?
I would if I was pissed about it, which you would be.
Yes.
I would confront her about it.
Yes. So but it plays into everything, and it plays into Thomas being a doofus by repeatedly listening to that recording, and you go, "What are you doing? You what?"
I want to talk about that a little more too, by the way.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
it's next on our agenda, so let's hash that out. So
Okay.
Thomas keeps re-listening to the recording
Yeah.
that he put together where he altered his voice to be Brooks on this app that he has, and called social services and turned Thomas in.
Mm-hmm.
And but I want to talk a little bit more about that in predictions, but
Oh, okay.
just because, but it's just stupid.
It's stupid. Yes, it's stupid. But the other thing that happened this week, and I just want to briefly touch on this, because I thought it was real. Did you see the scene with Thomas and Hope putting on some gown that he had made, and then
Oh yeah,
and she plants one on him? I thought that was real.
but he was daydreaming, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
but
I
I
thought it was
didn't
real
know that.
too. I did
Yes.
too. As I'm
And
watching it, I'm like, ooh,
I even wrote in my notes. Oh, I don't think I did. There we go. I have notes.
it's in her notes. It's
It's
in
in my
Teri's
notes.
podcast notes.
Oh
Oh,
God.
that's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I just blew my cover there. But anyway, yes, it
I
was in
love it
my
that you
notes.
take your contract with Soap Dish so seriously, Terry.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, I had to
Yeah,
interject
no,
that part, but go
that's a
on.
good point though.
Hmm.
That scene was interesting.
Yes.
We found out the other thing is, so we found out this week. I was been waiting for this because I thought, did I miss this? And
I
finally, it came up this week that Carter, because you and I have talked about this, that Rena Sofer, who plays Quinn, was leaving the show.
hmm
But they finally dealt with it. Of course, yeah, they're taping way ahead, of course. But
Yeah.
he just out the way they wrote the storyline is Quinn just out and out dumped her and left, or dumped
Yes.
Carter. I mean, I'm sorry, and left.
Yeah. That was weird. I was expecting a little more than that.
They could, to
Weren't
me, they
you?
could. Yeah, it was. I think they could have done a lot more with that storyline.
Yeah, I think so too. And I don't know why they didn't. But
Right. Yeah.
maybe they did. Oh well.
And
Whatever.
we'll have to see what the end game is here. But yeah,
Yeah. There may be
yeah,
more to it.
right, right. All right. So next, let's talk about Katie ends up kissing Carter and telling him what a catch he is.
Yeah.
She also acknowledges her feelings for Carter. So that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think you predicted this a while ago, Terry,
I did,
that you
but that
thought there could
was
be a resurgence here.
yes. But, and I did even more so when Bill meets Katie for lunch at Il Giardino and says, "I want you back. It's not about Brooke." And immediately he's at her door. So it was good to see Katie go, no, and get up and walk out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep,
So,
yep. And, and in the same breath, dollar bills, you know, telling Brooke how special she is.
yeah.
So,
I hope I hope those two get together.
so do I. I think that's a match made in heaven.
I do too.
Yeah. All right. So this was an interesting scene. You might not have seen this. I think this was
I
today.
haven't seen today.
Okay. So Flo Fulton comes back on cast today, and she comes to Forrester Creations and tells Carter. It sounded like Carter basically invited her to the office because he wanted to talk to her about Quinn.
Okay.
And Flo told Carter that, and Katie was in the office too, by the way, at this time,
Oh.
that he should not waste time trying to figure out why Quinn left. Basically, Quinn just, I forget how she put it, but something like, Quinn just kind of gets tired of something, and that isn't the
Oh.
word she used either, but it was something
Yeah.
like that, where she just
Okay.
gets maybe restless or something and then moves on.
Huh.
So
Interesting. And I wonder where Flo's been all this time. Wasn't she back in Vegas?
Los Angeles yeah, Vegas.
I
I
thought
think you're right.
Vegas, yeah,
I
wasn't that?
think it was
It's
Vegas.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
there may be more to Flo being back.
Kind of wondered about that too, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she was kind of making googly eyes at Carter, but I
Oh,
might have been reading something into it. I don't know.
okay.
All right. I love this scene, Terry. I don't think this was today. It was probably yesterday.
It was
Dollar
yesterday.
Bill. Yeah, was it? Okay. Dollar Bill goes to see Deacon,
Yeah.
and and Sheila's there. So Sheila has to go hide every time somebody shows up. So Sheila goes and hides in the bathroom or wherever, and and then basically Dollar Bill tells Deacon, he said, I'm warning you, stay away from Brooke, kind of thing. And then he goes, this is the part I like. And he goes like this, and he throws a whole lot of money at Deacon. And I'm like, wow. And I had forgotten this, of course. Then Bill leaves, and he picks it up, and here it's got Dollar Bill's picture on the front of all the bills.
That was pretty good. That was
That was
pretty
good.
good. But what
Dollar Bill Spencer.
but was to me when he said my turf, it's in my
Yeah,
notes.
my turf. Is that in your notes, Terry?
Yes, it is. And it was like, are you kidding me? Your turf? Wow. Okay, okay, Dollar Bill. I
And
don't
even
think you've changed at all. I don't know what that whole thing was about your sweet, nice thing that you did for Lee, but
oh yeah.
that,
Well,
okay.
that was Dollar Bill's sweet 10 minutes of sweetness in his life, I think.
Exactly. Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah. So that was a funny scene anyway.
that was
And
fun.
then the only other thing I was going to mention or talk about was Dollar Bill, and I touched on this already, but he's making it. He's already starting. I knew this would happen, but it happened even quicker than I thought it would. He's
Yeah.
he's making his feelings pretty known that he wants Brooke.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, oh, there's no question about that. He's going to move in for the kill for sure. And I sure hope he does. But I do. I really
I know.
do.
I'm with you.
I
I'm with you.
um yeah, but there's a lot going on.
There is.
So, what do you think? Have you got some predictions?
Yeah. Let's move into predictions. So
Go for it.
let's. All right. I'm going to say this. Let me start out with the Thomas storyline, as
Hmm.
I alluded to a few minutes ago. This craziness, you and I have talked about this with different storylines, Terry, but why do they feel the need to, like this, either a recording or something that was it, it's kind of a secret to where
Hmm.
they always have to keep bringing it up and talking about it, or in this case, listening to it,
Hmm.
and then they get caught. Well, shocking, just
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah.
So my prediction is that Thomas is going to sit around at home or in the office listening to this, and somebody's going to be standing there, or with believe it or not, with a door open, maybe
Hmm.
over here, uh, over here the recording.
Hmm.
Sure as shit, that'll probably happen here in the next week.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Sure as bleep. Sorry.
so I agree, and I think that's going to happen. But I've got a little bit of a twist
Ooh,
in that I think Thomas or Douglas is going to hear it,
ooh.
and he's going to ask his grandma. He's going to ask Brooke about it.
Oh, that would be. Oh,
I
that's
don't
sudsy.
know because I think that could get real
That's
sudsy.
sudsy. That's
So
really
I
sudsy.
don't know if they'll do it, but I'm
Wow.
gonna just throw it out there.
I like that, Terry.
Okay.
Because somehow that's a brilliant way for the writers to bring out how are they going to do it? Somehow they got to bring out that Brooke,
Hmm.
Brooke finds out what she's being accused of, and that would be
Right.
a really good way to do it. I like it.
Hmm.
Very sudsy.
You got anything else?
Yeah, yeah, we
What?
got quite a few stories going. I'm going to say,
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't quite see Carter. I was going to make this prediction, but yet I can't quite see Carter getting involved with Katie. I don't know why I see that going a different direction. I, I don't know why. That
Yeah.
seems like the obvious storyline, but I'm just not sure that that's going to happen.
I kind of agree with you because I don't know whether there's a lot of spark there, but then again, she was with Wyatt. Remember that? Which was weird. And then of course Paris hears that. Is Paris going to try and hit back on that again? If I were her, no. But I don't really like her that much anyway, so yeah, whatever. Um, and the
I just part of the reason I say that is I don't know what you do with that storyline
yeah,
With that Carter,
it's
Katie. What do you do with that storyline? I
it's
think it's
not
tough.
very exciting.
Right, right,
Yes, yes, I agree. But frankly, Katie's character isn't that exciting anymore. I mean, there's been moments
right,
like when she kind of went off the rails and when she was got her brother's heart and all of
right,
that, but they kind of keep her in the periphery, so you really don't know. They just kind of toss her in every once in a while. Um, so I'm not sure. Maybe she'll
right.
be a bigger part of it, but that'll be interesting. And the other thing that I was thinking about is that um, Hope may hear that recording
Mm.
um, and confront her mom and then wonder why Thomas has that recording. I don't know.
Mm. There,
Just another
that's a
thought.
good call too. I mean, there's a lot of different ways they could go with that,
There's
and
a lot.
kind of make a good storyline out of it if they
Hmm.
do it right, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that's all I got.
Okay, so just for maybe a last discussion, as much as it's a prediction, but where do you see this Deacon story going? I mean, with his crush for Brooke, plus he's got Sheila. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to mention. It's not in my notes, but
Hmm.
Sheila, she's really turning on the old, what would I say?
Sexalicious?
Yeah, I was trying to find a nice word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
really is.
turning on the old
And
sex charm with Deacon.
oh, she is, and she looks great. Man,
Yeah,
she
what's up?
looks good.
I was going to ask you about that because when she started, I thought she looked not terrible,
She
but
just
she
looked
looked
older.
older. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm like, did I miss something here? She looks like she's 15 years younger than when she came
Yes,
on
she
the show.
does. She looks great, and if she had some work done, they did a really
But
good
could you
job.
do it that fast, Terry?
Well, yes, I think you could because she was out of the show for a while too. I mean, they you didn't see her for a while. So, I don't know. I don't know.
I
But
wondered the same thing. Like today now, yesterday and today, I'm like, wow, she looks really good. I mean, it looks a
yes.
lot younger than I thought she did. So it
And
wasn't just me then.
no, no. And she might go after Brooke if she feels threatened
Oh, today
because
too.
she never
Yeah,
liked her.
she's starting to feel pretty threatened. I mean, she didn't say
Oh,
anything, but just her reaction,
yes.
her to Deacon.
Okay.
She told Deacon today a couple times, "You're never going to be able to get Brooke, and she's in love with Ridge, and you're never going to get her, Deacon," kind of thing. And
Yeah. Well,
you
and the
know,
thing is, really? Deacon or Dollar Bill?
yeah,
Gee, let's see. A con, an alcoholic, and somebody that has absolutely nothing, or Dollar Bill. I mean, if you're going to sell out, you might as well sell out for, because Dollar Bill's good looking too, so why not? But
they're both as far as guys go, good looking, I would say.
yes,
But
they are.
yes,
Yes.
yes, I would agree. Yeah, if you got to choose, and they're both losers in different ways, in my humble opinion. But yeah, you
And
might
you
as well
are
take the
correct.
one that's got the most going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh
Oh,
well.
all right. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Ooh, that's a lot, Terry.
Yeah, it is.
Until we dish again,
Oh, keep it sudsy.
and we're out.